How many is this class supposed to be anyway? Can anybody remember? Your batch, do you know how many you guys are supposed to be?
We started like I think we were like four of us.
Four. And three is here,
Yeah,
except Mr. Ola.
one is not here.
Who?
Mr. I don't know if you can. Sammy, hear me.
I can hear you. Kindly go ahead.
There was one girl that you took both of us together.
Yeah, she didn't continue. She
That
said
was,
that the money
uh,
she was expecting was not around, so she will join later. So she's not in the program.
okay. Because I'm surprised. I'm not used to seeing her again.
Yes, I told her that you've joined. She said that the money she was expecting has not yet come. That she'll join later. I said no problem. So then, Mr. Jerry, you were saying about Sammy, right?
Yes, I was. I have not seen him. He was not around last week. I think we were about to finish when he came last week. Then and he's not here now.
Yes, Sammy and Mr. Ola, the both of them are not here. Just give me a minute. Let me call them on phone and actually know if they are fine.
Okay.
Tell me this recording is not going through. Okay, you could be able to build, uh, go into some of the data that are inside the database when you are being given access, especially if you are using the company's computer. You'll be able to do that. But for someone outside who is not using the computers, the company's computer that wants to get access to the database, he has to check whether that database has a vulnerability, whether it is vulnerable to SQL injection. If it is vulnerable to it, he will now inject commands into the system and retrieve information. He could actually tamper with those data, maybe change. You can imagine when in a health center, someone's name, you go and scramble the whole name. What do you think will happen? The name that is meant for A is not meant for C. The name meant for B is not meant for D. That means the whole database is messed up. And if there are cases of emergency, believe you me, the hospital will not be able to good, uh, make good of use of what they have there. So, is anybody hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so just to recap before I move out from here, we were talking about vulnerabilities in applications, and we talked about what they are, that they are flaws in a computer system, that when left there open without care, that unauthorized people or unauthorized applicants can make use of it. In fact, there are systems that are being put in place that ex-workers, when a staff leave a company, he should not be able to access the company's information with his access. When staff leave a company, an organization, there are also rules on how to destroy the staff access so that he will not be able to come back into the system unless given the permission to. And also, the privileges that staff A had. Let's say that staff A is a manager, and as a manager, he has privilege to read so many files and read and write. Now he's been promoted to let's say executive level, and someone from um, class a lower class, is being promoted to manager level, but not to the experience of the manager that just left. It is expected that all those privileges will be called off. The privileges that the first manager had, they will be cut down to the requirement of. Is anybody trying to join the group? I'm hearing some. Okay, ends in 12 minutes. No problem. Uh, yeah. So it's required that the privilege that the new manager has is cut down to only enable him do the things he's supposed to do at his level currently. And you all can bear me witness, there are managers that have more access than other managers. True of us.
Hmm.
Yeah. So those kind of access, when you leave or when you give a staff an access that is not ready for him or not due for him, is you are making room for vulnerabilities. You are making that opportunity vulnerable for attack. Now, the person that the staff might not be the one to attack, but someone else might come and see this his or her system open and access it. By accessing it, you find out that he now has access to more things than he should. And that is why in an organization, access is being limited to only what you can do, especially when you're using the company system. So we explained that vulnerabilities can be exploited by threat actors such as attackers to cross privilege boundaries. What they do is to perform unauthorized actions. Then we elaborated on how it's been done, and for every vulnerability, there are tools that are specific to them which can be used. Then we also said that vulnerabilities are also attack surface, and what is expected from us is to increase the attack surface, to harden it the more, to make it much more harder for any attacker to take hold of. Then we went ahead to list out basically these few vulnerabilities, and I gave you guys a classwork ahead of the practical ahead. So go read up on SQL injection, get as much as information as you can, and also I'm going to drop I'm going to tell you guys what the applications you're going to download ahead of the class, so you could get yourself prepared. I'll drop it immediately after the meeting. Then we talked about SQL injection as a web security vulnerability that allows the attacker to interfere with the queries that an application makes to its database. This SQL is specific for database, okay? And we'll see the tools that we're going to be using for it in the um, practical. So finally, the second assignment is port, P-O-R-T, ports. Read up about ports in network or computer systems. What are ports? What are they used for? What type of ports are there? Um, how many ports are there in a computer network? Which ports are known? Which ports are unknown? And which ports are registered? Which ones are ephemeral? Just read up also quite good things about ports, because we're going to interface with them on the practical. Now, why ports are very important is that they are more like they are the bus that carries network or that carries information. So if you get a hold of the bus that is going to, let's say, you're in Lekki, you want to go to Ikeja or to the airport. If you find a bus that is going to the airport, you could get there successfully. But if the bus is being hijacked on the road, or if the bus has issues, then there's a problem. So ports are also very, 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 very important, especially when we talk about vulnerabilities. So we are going to be looking at how to see them and also how to interface with them. So thank you very much, guys. Like I said, today is going to be a short one. You have two classworks already. I want you to are going to select which day and time is going to be good for us to do that. I think I'm adding one more practical. I don't know how fast or eager you guys are, but we might do first practical we will do is setting up your home lab. When you set up that is a very short one. When you set up your home lab, Then we're going to review every connection that is every device that is connected in your home lab. You know how to read them out, how to read them, how to read some of these computer entries. Then after knowing what is inside your home lab, then we now jump and move over straight to the SQLI penetration testing. So it's going to be a long class, so get prepared for it ahead. Thank you very much, guys. Any question before we wrap up?
Thank you. Yes. So
Go ahead.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for today's section.
Okay.
Um, at some point, I cut off due to some calls that I need to something that I need to attend to. So I didn't actually focus throughout the section.
Okay.
Uh, you mentioned that you gave us assignments, right? Because I
Yes.
don't know what
Oh,
it is.
okay. I
I don't
think the
know what
first
it is.
one. Who
So because
can
I
who
thought,
can remind me? What's the first assignment? I passed the first classwork.
Is it to find out about ports?
The POTS is the second one.
that's the second. The first one is you should read about SQL
Okay,
injection.
SQL injection.
Injection.
Yes, variability. So there's a variability called SQL injection. So read about it. I think I'm going to post it also in the group so that anybody could pick it up from there.
Okay. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So if we can answer that. So the second one you said that we're going to choose within the week the suitable distance. So I'm suggesting, not that I'm saying on behalf of everybody,
Okay.
but we're going to have a holiday, I think, on the October 1st.
Mm,
October 1st is public holiday, and
can't even remember the
many
name of that
might,
holiday.
yeah, many might be home
Interested to use that
during
day,
that.
right? Okay. Let's
So I'm looking at the October or Thursday, so any of the two. So if we can, you know, debate
okay, let's
and
I'm going to
choose.
put out a poll. I'm going to put out a poll on the group so everybody will select. I believe that day might just be the best. So everybody will just make that selection. From what everybody selects, will choose a particular day. And I believe it might be that day also. So thank you very much. This small session is recorded. I'll drop the link very soon. So anybody can still go ahead and take a look at it later. So thank you very much, guys.
Okay,
Have a wonderful
that's
day.
good. All right, thanks. Thanks so much.